The best in regional sports from Southeast Michigan. WLEN Adrian, HD2, W243AD, 96.5, The Cave.
96.5 The Cave. Lenawee County Sports. Broadcasting live from the heart of Lenawee County, Michigan. This is Inside the Cave on 96.5 FM and 965thecave.com. Sports talk radio with a local angle, where we give opinions and analysis on what's happening in the world of sports, interview area coaches and players, and get you ready to start your day.
Good morning.
Now grab a flashlight, hiking boots, and a compass, because it's time to go inside the cave.
And you are inside the cave this morning on a beautiful Tuesday. Had a little bit of rain last night, big storms coming through. But we're here to talk sports on this Tuesday morning. My name is Pat Hayes, and I'm alongside John Kane this morning. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Pat. Good morning, Lenawee.
And we've got a lot to talk about tonight, or this afternoon, this morning, whatever.
I'll keep moving back.
Yeah, we've got the Tigers. We've got college football. We're going to have it or not. And but first of all, we want to take a look at our COVID update, which you have in your hands. How we doing?
Well, I think we're doing a scooch better.
A scooch better, huh?
A scooch better. So 394 total cases. 151 of them are monitoring at home as of Monday afternoon. We'll get our Tuesday update this afternoon. That was an increase of only 3, so we've done better here for Monday.
They deserve to scooch.
Yeah, we got a scooch. That's cool. 228 people considered discontinued from isolation and improving, and 3 people in the hospital. So we got 1 less in the hospital than we had before. And, of course, 12 total deaths here in Lenawee County. So we did scooch up, or I should say scooch down a little bit. Fewer cases, 1 less in the hospital. So let's keep that trend a-going.
Spread out.
We will spread out.
There you go.
Yes, we've got something.
Now for an Inside the Cave sports update.
We got a whole stack of sports updates here today, John.
Oh, we do. And we're going to get to it. I guess the 2 major themes for people here in Lenawee County is the Tigers are looking good. College
looking very
football,
good.
maybe not.
Maybe not. Probably not.
We got to find out. There's, of course, there's a lot of moving parts in college football. So, of course, the question remains, will there be college football this season? And high school football started practice yesterday in hopes of playing, but nothing about the upcoming season yet. So we'll talk more about that as we go along here today. There are 4 big-name coaches: Jim Harbaugh at Michigan, Scott Frost at Nebraska, Ryan Day at Ohio State, and Penn State's James Franklin. And they all came out Monday to publicly express their support for the players getting a chance to play football this fall. Day said on ESPN that Ohio State needs to look at every option when it comes to playing in another conference if the Big Ten shuts down the fall season. And if that's the only option, we need to explore it and see if that's something that we can do. Frost said pretty much the same thing, and we'll get to those comments here in a
Maybe.
bit.
Maybe.
We'll get to those comments here in a bit. We're going to get a chance to talk a lot about college football, what's going on, what it means, and maybe what it doesn't mean. So, but there's still stuff out there, ramifications. We've had a couple of conferences, a few conferences already said they're scrapping football for the fall and are going to try and make plans to see if they can't get something up and running in the spring. Monday, several media sources reported that the Big Ten had scrapped the season. That might have been a bit premature. I think the league is going to play a game that we used to play a lot as a kid. And this goes back a ways. But I think the league's going to kick the can down the road a little bit longer here, the Big Ten, to see.
Sure sounds like it. Yeah.
Big Ten spokesman said no votes on fall sports have been taken by its presidents and chancellors as of Monday afternoon, and the powerful Southeastern Conference made it clear it was not yet ready to shutter its fall season. However, SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey posted on Twitter that he doesn't know if college football can be played during the COVID-19 pandemic. Of course, Southeastern Conference is going to be one of those that are going to be maybe the biggest diehard to play this year. The Mountain West has become the second FBS conference to postpone its football season, putting off the fall with an eye on playing in the spring. Person involved in the decision told the Associated Press that the Mountain West would not play any sports this fall. 12-team Mountain West joins the Mid-American Conference as leagues from the highest tier of the NCAA Division I football hope to make a go of it in the spring. The Mountain West does feature schools like Boise State Air Force and San Diego State, each of which were ranked at some point last year. So we'll talk.
Doesn't look good for football in general here if we get
Yeah.
all these leagues and conferences canceling out. And
Yeah.
I know Jim Harbaugh had an impassioned letter that he sent out and trying to convince folks that we can do this if we do it the right way. And he thinks that University of Michigan has got the right way.
Well, we'll get a chance to discuss this a little more after we get through the updates, because I, of course, have something to say about that. So we will
bet you
see.
do.
In other college sports developments, President Donald Trump has joined Nebraska Republican Senator Ben Sasse and a number of coaches in the push to save the college football season from a pandemic-forced shutdown. A growing number of athletes have spoken out in support of saving the season. Michigan coach Jim Harbaugh says the Wolverines have shown players that they can be safe after they return to school. Sasse wrote a letter to Big Ten school presidents and chancellors saying that players will likely be safer with football than without because of the structure and discipline of football programs. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Well, we're probably going to see pretty soon.
Yeah. They don't have a lot of time. Don't have a lot of time. Well, don't look now, but the Tigers are now the talk of baseball. Last season's worst team by an uncomfortable margin is now tied for first place in the AL Central.
I watched them last night. They look good.
with a 9-5 record. They are currently tied with the Twins. Excuse me. So last night they got good pitching and another home run to spark a 5-1 win over the White Sox. We'll get to some comments on that. The Tigers' W is their 4th straight and 7th in 10 tries, and puts them into a tie with the Minnesota Twins for first place in the division with 46 games to go. Actually, the Tigers, I think, lead the division based on percentage points, because I think the Tigers are 9-5 and the Twins are 10-6. Michael Fulmer and Daniel Norris combined for 5 scoreless innings. That's the huge part of this story, because Fulmer went 3 innings, of course, trying to recover from Tommy John surgery, and he certainly wasn't scoreless in that outing, and Norris wasn't scoreless in his one outing either. But the Tigers will get the next 2 weeks to help figure out if they're contenders or pretenders. Basically, because, they went 3-3 against a good team,
Yes, they did.
the Reds. Kansas City, I don't know. Although they whooped up on Minnesota down in Kansas City this last weekend. They went 2-2 with them. So, but they've defeated the Pirates 3 times and the White Sox, who some people are naming them to win the division this year. But
First sweep in a long time, since 2016, something against a National League team.
Yeah. So, anyway, they've got Cleveland and Minnesota coming up in the wings, and so we'll find out if they've got anything that they can do against better clubs. But as I said, they went 500 with the Reds, who are supposed to be decent. A lot of people are picking them maybe to win their division in the National League. So the St. Louis Cardinals continue to have their schedule altered after 8 players tested positive for the virus.
Boy, it just keeps on going there.
Yeah, they got some making up to do. Major League Baseball has announced that the Cardinals' scheduled Thursday doubleheader against the Detroit Tigers has been postponed.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know.
I know.
What are they going to do here?
They may not play the whole season.
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe they just go to a 5-inning triple header. Just 5-inning triple header. You could, instead of having a 3-day series, you just have a 5-inning triple header and move on. Who knows?
Crazy.
But 29 games postponed. 15 involved by the Cardinals, which I think now is the most. Obviously, Miami had some issues at the start of the season. Philadelphia missed some games. So, it's all-star catcher for the Cardinals. Yadier Molina is among the Cards that have tested positive. So, okay, let's move on to Cleveland now. What do they got going on?
Yeah, Terry Francona.
He's going to return to the team Tuesday against the Cubs after missing more than a week. He had some gastrointestinal situations that he's got to take care of. He's missed the last 8 games, and it has been an issue for him since spring training. So he didn't make the trip. I mean, Francona's not ancient at 61.
A
So
young 61.
What?
A young 61.
Oh, yeah? He just turned...
He's always got that big chew of bubble gum in his.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe he's going to have to switch something out there. maybe a little bit too much in the way of sugar, too much sugar in his system. So, other notes, got a lot of other notes here in baseball. We'll get to those maybe. In the NBA, which is cruising along with the NHL inside the bubble. Phoenix Suns have started out 6-0, following a 128-101 thumping of the Oklahoma City Thunder. So they're cruising along, getting contributions from everyone. Big second quarter. They were down 37-23 and wiped out that. So the Suns weren't playing scintillating ball before COVID came along. They were just 26-39. So they're a little bit maybe like the Tigers. 26-39 before the break, and now they're 6-0. Must like the bubble over there in Florida. So,
Well, they're even talking about having the bubble for baseball when they go into the playoffs. They go to a new one site, and that's where they play all the games. Just heard that.
yeah, how many teams are going to? There's like
16 teams.
Yeah, see, that's the big difference. I mean, NHL, I think, has done 24 teams in 2 bubbles. NBA's got 1 bubble, but it's only like 16 teams for the playoffs. A little harder to do 32 baseball teams, in that bubble thing. So, but some other things that are going on. Arizona Diamondback ace Madison Bumgarner been placed on the 10-day injured list with a back strain. Indian starter Mark Clevenger will be quarantined and undergo testing after violating COVID-19 protocols.
There you go.
During the team's weekend trip to Chicago. On Sunday, Indians right-hander Zach Plesac was sent home from Chicago in a rental car after he went out with friends following his start on Saturday, a violation of the team's code of conduct. What
is going on?
It's not like these guys don't know the rules. I'm sure it's been drilled into them. And, come on.
Come on.
Stick to the rules.
We gotta take a break here.
Okay.
We'll be back with more here on the Tuesday Inside the Cave program on 96.5.
We're not just fair weather fans. It's the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Whoa! Gross!
Hey, it's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. 96.5, The Cave.
I'm Stan the Man, I am, and I have to say it feels quite warm outside today. But summer thunderstorms are now the norm, and older roofs can spring leaks. Pesky roof leaks can creep and seep and make your walls and ceilings weep. Flat roofs are steep. The cats in the blue hats at Diversified Roofing can fix that straight away. Call 1-800-668-1928 today, and we'll make those leaks all go away. With Diversified's fair rates, rebates, and financing that's great, that's 1-800-668-1928. You won't get taken for a ride when you call Diversified. We're Master Elite certified and GAF roofing that's tried and true. We're state licensed and fully insured too. Your roof's installed professionally with honesty and pride when you call Diversified at 1-800-668-1928. Here's our website too for you. For Stan the Man and the cats in the blue hats, that's DiversifiedRoofingLLC.com. Again, that's DiversifiedRoofingLLC.com.
Summer bundles now available at D&P Communications. New customers get a 250 meg internet connection paired with D&P Connect Pro, the most complete whole home Wi-Fi experience available, for only $59.90 per month. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees not included. Some restrictions may apply. Service not available in all areas. Superior service, exceptional results. DNP Communications.
ProMed Uniform is celebrating 25 years of business. ProMed Uniform's commitment to Lenawee County's healthcare, EMS, police, and fire personnel has always been a top priority. On sale now, in stock 511 tactical pants 10% off. ProMed has an extensive inventory of medical scrubs, Barco, Grey's Anatomy, and Wonder Wing all in stock. All scrubs are currently 20% off their already low prices. ProMed Uniform will match or beat any competitor's price, including websites or catalogs. Medical, fire, EMS, and restaurant attire. Check them out on Facebook and at 937 West Beecher in Adrian.
We are so grateful to our local heroes, those serving our community every day, to the people working at our grocery stores. We are encouraged by your bravery as you keep our homes stocked with food. To our first responders, how we are grateful for your courage when you come to the need of our community. To our medical personnel and their support teams working on the front lines to combat this deadly virus. Words are not enough to express our gratitude. So as a community, let us join together while keeping appropriate social distancing and tell our local heroes how much we love and appreciate their sacrifice and the sacrifices of their loved ones. May God's mighty hand protect and guide each of you during these uncertain times.
This message is brought to you by 3-Dimensional Physical Therapy, 3DPT, because people matter.
I found us a place that wants to hire a few good employees. That's us.
Wait, does it pay well?
It does, and we can get meals and discounts on all kinds of things. The hours are flexible. They even offer scholarships, insurance, and a retirement plan.
Sounds too good to be true.
Nope, it's true.
McDonald's offers a wide variety of job and career opportunities from crew member to management. We're hiring for both our North and South Main locations in Adrian and at our Hudson Meridian Road McDonald's.
Here's the offer. It's low and they're turned down. Sellers went with a higher bid.
Crucial mistakes being made, costing them their dream home.
Offer number 2 looked good. But wait, flag on a play. They weren't pre-approved. Unbelievable.
This just in, the buyers just called Coach Jay Reed from Excel Realty.
Now that's a smart play. Coach Jay has a winning record in leading his home buyers to the closing table. Touchdown. Another win for Coach Jay Reed.
Call 902-7100 today for your big home buying win.
With our 8-year track record of teaching success through Tecumseh Virtual Academy, we are prepared to educate your students. Hundreds of students have taken core subjects and AP classes and gone on to graduate while participating in the TVA Dynamic Learning Community. This year, crossover options are available for in-class and online learning. With equipment and our experienced support staff provided, we invite you to contact Tecumseh Virtual Academy to explore your students' options. Go to TVA Tecumseh online or find our link on WLEN.com.
Broadcasting live from the heart of Lenawee County, Michigan. Sports Talk Radio with a local angle on Inside the Cave. Weekdays from 7 to 9 a.m. on 96.5 FM. We give opinions and analysis on what's happening in the world of sports. Interview area coaches and players. And get you ready to start your day.
Sweet, man.
Grab a flashlight, hiking boots, and a compass because it's time to go Inside the Cave. Weekday mornings 7 to 9 on 96.5 The Cave and 965thecave.com.
We are back inside the cave this morning on this Tuesday. We're talking sports, a lot of exciting things happening in the world of sports. John, let's continue with our headlines here as you have them.
Just a couple of things. The Rangers won the second phase of the NHL draft and will have the first overall pick. Well, we don't have Gomer up on the drop list yet, but I'll just do it for him and say, surprise, surprise, surprise.
You suck.
Talk about the fix being in here. The Red Wings by far and away had the worst record. They get to pick all the way up to number 4. Whoa.
I know. Yeah.
And the Rangers
who had the worst record in hockey?
The Wings by a wide margin. Wide margin. And they get to pick 4. And the Rangers, who are in the playoffs, for God's sakes, get to pick first overall. That's the dumbest thing in the world.
I got a bad feeling about this.
You know, NBA does that kind of stupid stuff. I mean, the only one that does it right is baseball. And, you know, and you can see how that works. The Tigers are beginning to reap a few benefits of having some miserable years for their fans.
That's right.
We don't need the Rangers getting the first overall pick in the league. It's just dumb. Okay.
I know a lot of national guys are a little upset over this, too.
It's ridiculous. The oldest golf club in North America will host the 2024 President's Cup. So hooray for Royal Montreal Golf Club that was founded in 1873. So congrats on that. They have been playing the game a while.
Just a little bit.
So,
all right.
Okay.
That wraps it up for our sports headlines. You want to go with the Tigers here? Jacoby Jones, the hero last night, inside the park.
Yeah, I mean, this guy cannot. Not only he can, swat him out, but the guy's got some wheels.
He does.
So he's the first Tiger to do that since Nick Castellanos. Castellanos.
Yeah.
Nick Castellanos. Anyway, he did it in 2017. And, of course, he's playing for the Reds now. We got to see him.
Yeah, we did see him. He got
at
a
the start
couple
of the
key
season.
hits that hurt us.
Yeah. So, anyway, cool.
Yeah, that's, you don't see that too often inside the park, homers.
No, you need a little house on the prairie out there in center to get one of those.
I don't think we've even seen a triple in the Diamond League this year.
Oh, we have.
We have?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
We have. So,
well, our hats off to Jacoby Jones.
Yeah, he's doing some really good things.
A lot of other Tigers are doing some pretty good things too,
Right.
out in the field.
Right.
Clutch hitting. Even Miguel Cabrera is getting some key hits with runners in scoring positions.
Yep, and he swatted a few. So that's the thing. And as we said before, the Tigers, tied with Minnesota, but they're actually in first place. By percentage points, the Tigers are 9-5, and the Twins are 10-6. As they hit a speed bump there in Kansas City, of all places. So the Royals are playing better, and this is all predicated on pitching.
Well, yeah, it always has been, and the pitchers for
Yeah.
the Tigers have been doing. The bullpen has come in and helped out when needed.
Yeah, they've found something they haven't had in a long time. Found a bullpen, and they're coming through. We're hoping that one of the main cogs for the Tigers bullpen, Buck Farmer, gets back in after he gets.
Fulmer looked good.
Yeah, that's huge right there because
he's their main man.
Well, they're looking for a fifth starter here. Right now, Boyd is considered the ace of the staff, but they needed another starter, and so now they've decided to do this two-man starter thing. And Fulmer normally goes like 3, and Norris was pegged to come in and pitched
2 innings
or 3. I don't know. Maybe Norris was the one that gave up the 1 run. he probably threw 3. But I didn't look at the box score yet. But anyway,
got it right here.
That's what they were. That was the schedule. Gardenshire is trying to work that out. They did it a little bit last year, and now they're bringing it in here because of, obviously, they want to control Fulmer's pitch counts. But he had to have been better than his first start. And, of course, he got plenty of rest because of the fact that the Tigers missed the Cardinal series. That gave Fulmer some extra rest. And I think it had been 8 days since he pitched. So that gave him extra rest, and they went out there and did the job. The White Sox have, they've done okay. They're hanging around 500, I think, with this game. They're 8-9 now after losing to the Tigers. But the Tigers are doing so many good things when it comes to the pitching, the clutch hitting. Right now, they're just in a groove. And, geez, why can't we just end the season?
Well, hey,
the Tigers would be the divisional champion.
I think some of us are pretty well on our way because we made a prediction here of how
Right.
many games the Tigers would
Yeah,
win.
yeah.
And I'm almost a third of the way there.
And Meehan's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
He only picked the Tigers to win 19, which means they
10
only got to
more
win
games.
10 more games.
Yeah, he's out of it.
So, and they got 10 more games out of 46 to cover his 19. So hopefully that's not an issue. But end the season right now, and the Tigers are the division champs.
Well, Minnesota is in front by percentage points.
Well, then the story's not right.
That story's not right.
What's
the
this 10
Twins?
and 6?
Twins are 11-6.
11-6. See, they had them at 10
Yeah,
and 6.
right.
So they're a half a
647.
game.
Yeah.
They're a half a game ahead of the
Tigers are half a game back at 9-5. Then the Indians at 10-7. The Indians are really supposed to win it all in the AL Central. Then Chicago, and then Kansas City. Kansas City really has Detroit's number, it seems like. Every time they play, it's crazy.
They split that series with Casey.
I know.
And Casey's got Singer, that really good young pitcher, which the Tigers mulled, taking as the first pick in the draft before they took Mize. But, okay, so Minnesota's still up there by a half a game. I don't know. When he printed this story off, the Twins must still have been playing.
Oh, yeah, it was. You can't print that off at 9:30 and expect it to, because they're in a different time zone. They were playing up in Minnesota.
So, right. So anyway, it's working. Let's just keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Everyone, stay out of, don't be pulling this Miami Marlins, St. Louis Cardinal crap and getting and bringing the COVID in a good spot here right now. Everybody keep their hats on, keep their eyes focused, look straight ahead and
Spread out.
And just keep looking straight ahead. You don't even have to look back, and say, the other teams in the division, eat my dust. So you just keep looking straight ahead, and we'll see what they can do again this evening.
Yeah, Tyler Alexander on the mound for the Tigers against Gio Gonzalez for the Sox. Tyler's 1-0. He's pitched 7 1/3 innings. ERA is 1.17.
He's got the best stats on the club at the moment.
13 strikeouts. So yeah, he's
he got the
good.
best stats. We'll see what he can do tonight. He's this is a different thing for him because he's been working out of the pen so far. This will be his first start. That can have some issues, but I think you just got to treat it. Just go for it and see if they can keep the White Sox handcuffed here. because they had those 2 games with the Pirates where a bunch of runs were scored, but they've only given up 2 in their last 2 games, so they got to keep that number down.
Looking ahead a little bit, of course, the Tigers will play Wednesday against the White Sox,
but not Thursday.
No, the doubleheader has been postponed, but Friday they'll be back at it as Cleveland comes into town for a weekend series. So that's going to be a crucial 3 games there.
Yeah, let's see how they do against Cleveland. Like you said, I think Cleveland and Minnesota are probably what the odds makers would say the 2 teams to beat. So the Tigers still have that coming.
But with the shortened season, hey, these also-ran teams might have a chance. Plus, they're going to take 16 teams, right, to the playoffs, and so hey, you could have a team with a losing record in the playoffs.
It's possible. It's possible, But right now, the Tigers are not quite in first place, but they would be hosting a wild card team.
Yeah.
If the season ended right now. I mean, when was the last time they made postseason, let alone hosted anybody? So
it's been a while.
Yeah. Hats off to the Tigers. They're doing well. All right.
We're going to talk college football? Or are we going to wait?
I don't know. We try and make it on this show not to be like everybody else. Is everybody else talking college football?
Yeah, well,
I
probably
think
shouldn't talk about it.
I think that that's what. But the thing is, what else are you gonna talk about?
Oh, we had racing up at MIS over the weekend.
Oh yeah,
past weekend.
right. That was that first race, Keselowski.
Keselowski just couldn't do it, huh?
He less than 0.3 of a second. He lost that race.
And he hasn't won at MIS.
No, in his career. Yeah. No. Mm-mm. I mean, he had a good weekend up there, and the 2 races just didn't get a W. So I mean, he's in the thick of it as far as getting a shot to race for the championship, and he's got one of those, 212. So, and then for a lot of fans in the area, they had to say their goodbyes to Jimmy Johnson his last time at MIS.
Mm-hmm.
7-time champion.
Gosh, imagine winning that 7 times.
Wow.
I
know. There's some guys
that's tough to win it once.
I know. There's a lot of guys that don't ever win it. And he's won it 7 times. But you were right. We talked about that little park.
Yeah? You been there?
There's people were there.
Were they?
Yeah.
Did they show
there was a break in the stands, and they could catch a glimpse with their binocs.
Is that right?
Right there. And I don't know. There were some people there. I don't know how many, but there were some people there, and they could just, it'd come around. So-and-so's in the lead. Get their binocs. They only get to grab them for like a couple seconds, and they got to wait for them to come around again. But
they didn't have the bucket truck?
No, I don't think they had the bucket truck. But, for those people, it probably added to the excitement because they couldn't see anything. And then, ooh, okay, then, and they'll see who's in first place. And then they have to wait to see until they come around again. They don't get to follow them around.
Don't you think they had a TV there and watching and just getting the ambiance of the noise in the background?
Yeah, I don't know, yeah. I didn't hear, I didn't hear if they had a TV. I didn't hear what the menu was. I didn't hear anything of that. All I know is there were some people there, and there was a opening in the stands there where they could see the track.
I'm sure I know what the beverages were, though.
Well,
Although I don't know if you can do that. In
Yeah, I don't know if
That's
that was,
questionable.
I don't know if the guy in the blue car with the cherry on top was
there you
kind of, he might have come
Blue
by.
car.
Yeah, might have come by and checked things out, and of course they were there because it was an opening that was, of course, not on Michigan International Speedway property, which was closed to the public. So
yeah, there was no way you could get close.
Right.
Even driving up, they probably even had Brooklyn Road.
Oh yeah, that was probably closed. I'm
closed.
sure.
Yeah, probably couldn't go by there.
Yeah. I mean, I was up in the Irish Hills area Saturday.
Oh.
And we saw a chopper go by.
The Lenawee County Airport was quite busy. We
Right.
heard a lot of jets coming in and taking off.
We saw a chopper go by, and my wife goes, "Is that Life Flight?" I said, "It could be, but I
Probably
think it's NASCAR." they were, because it was on Sunday. Let me rephrase that. It was on Sunday. We saw that chopper, and I said, I think it's probably NASCAR because the race doesn't start till 4:30. It was
Right.
Sunday afternoons. So
But there
were
wasn't any traffic up there, though.
No, there wasn't. No. And might be the only time you'll ever be able to do that on a race weekend ever
Right.
again.
Hey, it's 20 minutes before the hour. We got to take a break here. If you'd like to talk sports with us, give us a call. Help us out here at 517-265-4000. That's the studio line. We'll get you right on the air. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go away.
The big names, the big games. We get you the story inside the Cave. 96.5 The Cave.
Everybody huddle up. Here's the play. If you wear any kind of screen printed item, go to ProMed Uniform and get your company logo, school spirit wear, fundraiser events, family reunions, any screen printing needs. If you need custom embroidery, go to ProMed Uniform and get your varsity jacket, company logo, corporate apparel, or just that special embroidered item. Score! Let's repeat that play. Nobody can beat it. ProMed Uniform is Lenawee County's premier embroidery and screen printing destination. All screen printing and embroidery is done in-house. ProMed Uniform is where quality work and the best pricing in Lenawee County come together. Please support local businesses and shop ProMed Uniform for all your screen printing and embroidering needs. T-shirts, varsity jackets, corporate apparel, screen printing, embroidery. ProMed Uniform, 937 West Beecher in Adrian.
With our 8-year track record of teaching success through Tecumseh Virtual Academy, we are prepared to educate your students. Hundreds of students have taken core subjects and AP classes and gone on to graduate while participating in the TVA Dynamic Learning Community. This year, crossover options are available for in-class and online learning. With equipment and our experienced support staff provided, we invite you to contact Tecumseh Virtual Academy to explore your students' options. Go to TVA Tecumseh online or find our link on WLEN.com.
We all know that Salsarias has fantastic authentic Mexican dishes like the signature Baja chicken salad and the queso blanco. What you might not know is they do catering platters for offices, schools, and events that they will deliver. Holy guacamole! Salsarias is open Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m. for inside and patio dining as well as for carryout. Find specials on Facebook. Call 423-0018 to order or come in and enjoy a beverage from their full bar along with a great lunch or dinner in downtown Tecumseh at Salsarias.
Ready for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? We have rates as low as 1.99%. Hi, I'm Carrie Watts, Finance Manager at Suburban Chevrolet of Clinton. You heard me right. You could qualify for financing as low as 1.99% on the purchase of your next new or pre-owned vehicle. You may even qualify for financing with no money out of pocket. We work with 20 different lenders, so financing is guaranteed. Let's run some numbers and get you in your next vehicle from Suburban Chevrolet of Clinton.
We are so grateful to our local heroes, those serving our community every day. To the people working at our grocery stores, we are encouraged by your bravery as you keep our homes stocked with food. To our first responders, how we are grateful for your courage when you come to the need of our community. To our medical personnel and their support teams, working on the front lines to combat this deadly virus. Words are not enough to express our gratitude. So as a community, let us join together while keeping appropriate social distancing and tell our local heroes how much we love and appreciate their sacrifice and the sacrifices of their loved ones. May God's mighty hand protect and guide each of you during these uncertain times.
This message is brought to you by 3-Dimensional Physical Therapy, 3DPT, because people matter.
Broadcasting live from the heart of Lenawee County, Michigan. Sports Talk Radio with a local angle on Inside the Cave. Weekdays from 7 to 9 a.m. on 96.5 FM. We give opinions and analysis on what's happening in the world of sports. Interview area coaches and players and get you ready to start your day.
Sweet, man.
Grab a flashlight, hiking boots, and a compass because it's time to go Inside the Cave. Weekday mornings 7 to 9 on 96.5 The Cave and 965thecave.com.
Back inside the cave this morning. Give us a call on the studio line if you'd like to talk with us about sports. 517-265-4000. We've been talking about the Tigers, been talking about hockey, talking about college football. Is it or isn't it? It's probably going to be isn't.
Well,
all of them are bailing.
It's a shade of gray.
Oh, jeez.
That's kind of what it is at the moment. Nobody really knows. There are so many things that are playing out on this thing right now. I mean, first off, you got the tail wagging the dog. You know, they got rumors are, that the presidents had voted to move college football to the spring. Of course, that was refuted and said that that they're considering that. But it didn't take long once that got out for the tail to start wagging as Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, Wisconsin, and this was, yesterday, day before, said that if the Big Ten doesn't play football in the fall, that they are going to maybe play with the Big 12.
What a switch, huh?
Well, there's a lot of things going here. And we could see the demise of a number of things based on this particular what's going on here. I mean, if, first of all, the tail's up in the ante here. They're putting pressure on the presidents by saying they're going to take their football and go home if you guys aren't going to play. That's what they're saying. And so what does this mean? Well, for one thing, it means maybe the end of the Big Ten Conference. Because these schools have pretty much said, maybe we'll get this one fixed. But what happens down the road when Big Ten comes out with another edict? Everyone's got Fleetwood Mac queued up, ready to go their own way.
Mm-hmm.
And what does it mean? I mean, what do you need the Big Ten for if these guys are just going to take off? Why are you paying the commissioner $1 million plus a year or whatever to just have people thumb their noses? And so it could be real trouble for the Big Ten Conference. Could be real trouble for the Power 5 conferences. It could be real trouble for the NCAA. You know, the movement's been going on with the Power 5 to do their Fleetwood Mac thing and go their own way. And you're taking 65 schools, the largest ones in the country, out of the mix.
Don't you think the Power 5 is, they are all concerned about if one of the Power 5 conferences plays and the other ones don't,
Well,
are they going to start rating the other teams for players that, hey, come over here to the Big 12 or the Pac-12, Pac-10, whatever it is, and play football for us because we're going to play?
Well, you know, you got all that going on. That's why they had that emergency meeting of the Power 5 commissioners. You know, they were probably talking about that. But what does that mean? I mean, I think that means that the NCAA is just going to go away. Because if that happens and you're down to that kind of thing, the 85-player limit, that one's going to go out the window. If you have all these schools, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if Michigan and Ohio State and Wisconsin and Penn State and Nebraska all say, we're going to go play down in the SEC because that's the only, nobody else is playing. Yeah. Well, then, you know, it's kind of crazy.
And, you know, another thing, too, is what if the COVID-19 lasts more than a year, maybe 2 years, 3 years?
Right.
We don't come up with a vaccine.
I mean, anything's possible.
Oh, everything's in flux.
And I get that. All these guys want to play. You know, you had that group they're forming now in the Big Ten where over 1,000 players said they're online and they need all these precautions and they need compensation and they need this and they need that. They put that out, last week?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's only 1,195 players on all the Big Ten schools if you're looking at the 85-man team limit, scholarship-wise. Well, that's pretty much everybody then, isn't it? So you got that. And, of course, the big tail that's driving all this is just, you know, is the M word. And we're talking, you know, money for everybody. That's one of the reasons the players want some of this. Because, you know, we're not talking a bunch of, you know, sure, we want these guys to be able to play at the next level, but that's just a handful of the thousands over the almost 1,200. Yeah. And we wish them luck, but what about everybody else? And that's another reason why the players have come up with this thing about the safety guidelines and the universities helping them with stipends and compensation to be able to do this kind of thing. But there are so many moving parts here. It's incredible trying to coordinate this thing
it is.
all over the country. And you've seen, you know, the League of Five, the smaller, you know, the next level down, already lost 2 conferences that are simply not going to play. And I don't know how the others are going to hang on. You know, it's like everyone's going to have a conference schedule, and there won't be anything else.
Before we go any further, we need to talk about Diamond League here before
the
end of the hour. We got this is the final week of the regular season, and we got a good one coming up tonight as Tecumseh takes on Blissfield. Should be a good one. Blissfield.
Royals need it.
They need a win. They haven't won one this year. They are 0-7.
No, they are 0-7.
Tecumseh is already, they have locked up the division.
And, yeah.
The IAT division.
Right. And the way they're playing right now, Blissfield, they've scored 3 runs in 7 games.
Wow.
So it's like you got a feeling that they almost have to get the Schneider. They have to get the shutout on Tecumseh in order to win. But we'll find out. Who knows? Could be a slugfest tonight.
Could be, 17-14 or something like that. You never know.
Anything is
with
possible.
A Larry Tuttle team, but they have had
that would be
trouble.
unusual for a Larry Tuttle team.
Yeah, that would be.
He's more into the old White Sox game where you single, sacrifice,
Suicide
steal.
squeeze.
Yeah, and because he normally has really good pitching, and their pitching hasn't been bad this year.
No,
but just have not got the runs.
No run production this year. That'll be tonight, right after the huge show at 6:00. And a game on Wednesday you and I will be doing, John. That'll be Lenawee Christian taking on Brinton Deerfield.
Yeah, that'll be a game where, it should be a really competitive game. Wasn't the, we're into the last week. And it was actually a lot of excitement this year that we almost practically had to go to the last week before we began eliminating anybody.
Yeah, exactly. And the 2 big games, the rest of the week is going to be Madison versus Clinton. That should be a good one.
Madison got to win that one to get a shot at Morenci.
And Morenci plays on Saturday at 2 against Hudson.
That's a huge one for both.
For both. And you can hear them right here on 96.5. Hey, that takes care of our first hour of Inside the Cave. Don't go away. We'll be right back with hour number 2 on 96.5. Pat Hayes along with John Kane.
Everybody huddle up. Here's the play. If you wear any kind of screen printed item, go to ProMed Uniform and get your company logo, school spirit wear, fundraiser events, family reunions, any screen printing needs. If you need custom embroidery, go to ProMed Uniform and get your varsity jacket, company logo, corporate apparel, or just that special embroidered item. Score! Let's repeat that play. Nobody can beat it. ProMed Uniform is Lenawee County's premier embroidery and screen printing destination. All screen printing and embroidery is done in-house. ProMed Uniform is where quality work and the best pricing in Lenawee County come together. Please support local businesses and shop ProMed Uniform for all your screen printing and embroidering needs. T-shirts, varsity jackets, corporate apparel, screen printing, embroidery. ProMed Uniform, 937 West Beecher in Adrian.
Wouldn't it be great if you could get auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance all from one agency? Well, that's where the D.S. Johnson & Associates comes in. They can help protect what is important to you. So why not simplify your life? See the D.S. Johnson & Associates in Adrian, Morenci, or Monroe, or give them a call today at 517-263-2582. Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio, subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
The Springs BP on West US 223 near Onstead Highway is your locally owned one-stop convenience store. The Springs BP Beer Cave is fully stocked and has a huge selection of craft beer along with all of the standards. If you're looking for something a little different, they have a variety of prepared cocktails and drink mixes plus state minimum prices on their huge selection of liquor. The Springs BP also has propane tank exchanges, fishing licenses, and bait. So if you're headed to the lake for the weekend or just heading home, make sure you stop and shop at the Springs BP.
Are your floors screaming for a makeover? If so, O'Connor & Sons Floor Covering in Tecumseh, with their combined 160 years of experience, wants to help. O'Connor & Sons sell and install many styles of floor covering. They have the area's largest selection of luxury vinyl tile and planks, which are completely waterproof. O'Connor & Sons also carries Cali Bamboo, which are the world's hardest floors. Pet problems? No worries. They have pet-proof carpet that is guaranteed against all pet stains. O'Connor & Sons Floor Covering on Russell Road in Tecumseh. Call them at 423-6170, or for more information, check them out on Facebook at O'Connor & Sons Flooring.
Broadcasting live from the heart of Lenawee County, Michigan. Sports Talk Radio with a local angle on Inside the Cave. Weekdays from 7 to 9 a.m. on 96.5 FM. We give opinions and analysis on what's happening in the world of sports. Interview area coaches and players. And get you ready to start your day.
Sweet, man.
Grab a flashlight, hiking boots, and a compass because it's time to go Inside the Cave. Weekday mornings 7 to 9 on 96.5 The Cave and 965thecave.com.
The best in regional sports from Southeast Michigan. WLEN Adrian, HD2, W243AD, 96.5 The Cave.
96.5 The Cave. Lenawee County Sports. Broadcasting live from the heart of Lenawee County, Michigan. This is Inside the Cave on 96.5 FM and 965thecave.com. Sports Talk Radio with a local angle, where we give opinions and analysis on what's happening in the world of sports. Interview area coaches and players and get you ready to start your day.
Good morning.
Now grab a flashlight, hiking boots, and a compass because it's time to go Inside the Cave.
Welcome back to the second hour of Inside the Cave. My name is Pat Hayes. John Kane is with me this morning. Good morning, John.
Good morning again, Pat. Hey, Lenawee.
We've got a lot of sports to talk about. We'd love to talk with you. If you'd like to give us a jingle on the phone here, we'll take your call. 517-265-4000. That's the magic number to call. And we've been talking about baseball, football. We haven't talked much about high school football.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk about that.
Yeah, definitely, and see what's going to be happening there with, you think colleges canceling their seasons is going to have an effect on high school football?
I'm thinking it's going to have an effect, but, what are you going to do here? I mean, you're talking about, you go with the NFL. They're going to try and launch. You're looking at 32
they're definitely
teams.
Going to launch.
Yeah.
There's too much money involved there.
32 teams. Then you go to college football, where you got hundreds of teams. You go to high school and you have thousands upon thousands of teams. And the wheels, all the bases you got to cover with high school football it's a lot to think about. There's no question. And we've already seen it, California and Virginia have said, we're going to play in the spring, all fall sports. So that's gone. Number one.
Didn't Ohio do something with, or not? I was trying to remember.
No, I haven't heard anything on Ohio. They are supposedly, and that's one of the things Michigan's going to be looking at, is the fact that Ohio and Indiana are starting a week ahead of Michigan. So they're actually going to be playing games, and Michigan is keeping an eye on that, looking at it, seeing how it's going, what the problems are, what maybe they can do, what maybe they can't do. So that's a benefit. So we'll see. But right now, Virginia and California, as far as I know, are the only states that have said we're out. In Michigan, of course, the Lansing School District, which is the entire Capital Conference, not playing football.
Yeah.
They're talking about the spring. And they have said to the MHSAA that they should follow suit. The board, the boards for the have said you're going to have to follow. You should follow suit. That's what they're saying. And of course, there's a certain amount of weight there. They're right there in the Capitol, right where the MHSAA is. I'm sure they've been talking and whatever. But what does it mean? What does it mean if we can't pull this off in the fall and they shift it to the spring? And what's it mean for college if we can't pull it off and they shift it to the spring? Well, some of what's going to happen is there's going to be a number of players that aren't going to play. And They're not going to play in the spring.
Because they're probably playing another sport.
Well, no, maybe not. But it's going to be most of the very good players are not going to play in the spring. Because if you're a high schooler, most of the good players are saying, I can't afford to get this thing messed up. Some of these players, some of these student athletes are actually going to be in college in the spring.
That's
because they've
early
enrolled. And a lot of them are saying, I can't afford to get hurt. I've got a college scholarship. I can't play football and get dinged. If we were playing in the fall and something happened to me, I got time to recover before I have to, go to college. I don't have time. I'm just going to have to work out on my own if I'm not early enrolled and get to college. Well, same thing is going to happen at the college level. All these guys that are figuring their name is going to be called by the commish of the NFL.
They certainly don't want to get hurt.
They are not going to play college football because they can't afford to get hurt. And so we're going to lose all that. And that's not a reason, of course, to play in the fall. But that's one of the ramifications that you got right there. They're not going to play because they don't want to get hurt.
That's a good reason. That's good.
I mean, you got guys now
you can't
that
blame them.
Right. I know you can't blame them.
No.
I mean, we've got guys now that don't play in college bowl games because they don't want to get dinged before the NFL combines and stuff like that.
Well, case in point, Jake Butt. He decided to play in the bowl game, and he was going to be a high draft pick. He got hurt. His stock went way down.
Well, I'm sure if they have the resources that they avail themselves of, insurance in those situations. But, not everybody is in those kinds of boats,
Like you said, only 1%, 2% of the kids are going to go on to play professional football, basketball, baseball, whatever it may be.
Yeah, and even of the 1 or 2%, there could be a lot of them in the boat that can't afford to pay insurance. And so they just, they got to go. And so, it's hard. It's really hard. And I know they want to play. And, I applaud that. But the bottom line is someone's going to get COVID as we go along here. And I'm talking right now, I'm talking high school football. I mean, you don't have to talk college. We've already had college programs that have had a number of players. Rutgers, Clemson, LSU had a number. We're talking 30 some players.
Sure.
So we know that's going to happen. And everyone's going to do their best, but it's going to happen in the high school ranks. It is. And
it usually takes a tragedy for them to
I know
to change the direction, because if some kid gets COVID and dies after playing football, we're never going to hear the end of it.
No. And high schools and high school parents of student athletes do not have the resources of the NFL that can test every day. They're going to watch for symptoms. Unfortunately, according to the models, up to 40% of people who have COVID are asymptomatic. So it's a really tough situation.
Well, even the viability of the testing. Look at Matthew Stafford.
Right.
He
I know.
Tested positive, and then the next two he was negative. And are these tests worth the money that we're putting into them?
Well, they're doing, at the pro level, they're saying we got to do it. We have to do it.
Yeah.
And at the college level, yeah. But the thing is, again, it's the money. Why have the Mid-American and the Mountain West conferences opted out of playing football in the fall? Why have they done that? And why are the Power Five hanging on by their fingernails? It's money.
Sure.
The MAC and the Mountain West, they don't have TV contracts that are going to pay them all this kind of money. They can't afford to test like crazy and jump through all these hoops to get players out on the field, especially when there's no gate. There's no gate. There's no admission money. There's no concession money. There's all kinds of no money when there's no fans.
And they're all working at a deficit.
Yeah, right. Football
Without even starting the football season.
Right.
They're
Football pays for an awful lot of stuff. And it doesn't even
millions.
And it doesn't even break the programs even. You know, after football. It doesn't even break the programs even. Look what happened with the Western when the MAC canceled their football. Their opener was going to be against Notre Dame, and they were going to get about $1.2 million to play that game.
Yeah.
And gone. So that was a lot of money for that program. You know, it's...
Yeah, that would have
that would,
healed them a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that definitely, and that's why they did it. And the other thing was, you know, that was like a perfect game for
70-mile radius.
Yes, 70 miles. It's a bus trip for crying out loud.
Yeah.
You know, it was going to be great. And now it's,
Bzz,
yep.
Off the screen.
It's gone. It's into the nether world, wherever that is. You know? So those are the things that, you know, all the stuff that they're working around. And
getting back to high school, though, a little bit, put yourself in the parents' position. What are you thinking?
Oh, right. There are, you know, all kinds of stuff on the internet, of course. But I can't remember it now. But there's a Moms for Football running around on the web for Michigan, where the moms want their, you know,
want them to play,
want their sons to, and maybe daughters to play football, because there are some girls out there playing some football. But you know, but a lot of them got to have apprehension. As we said before, and we've said it a number of times before, you look at baseball. Yeah, baseball's doing well, but those people do not touch one another. Football, they do the foxtrot on every snap. You know, you got offensive and defensive linemen saying, "Hello, can I have this dance?" And you got to tackle people. This is not flag football. And so, yeah, you got to be worried about that. And
well, kind of a double whammy here with COVID, and then you got getting hurt.
Well,
break a leg or break an arm, or even worse.
Yeah, that's possible. But I'm sure there's probably people out there that say, you know, I'd take a broken arm if we could get rid of COVID. If COVID's not in the picture, we'll deal with that one.
Yeah.
You know, that one's not, you know.
That's a little more fixable.
Yeah. that is fixable. So I don't know. And when, like I said, when you got a large school district like Lansing that's saying no go, what's Grand Rapids, Ann Arbor,
Detroit hasn't said anything.
Going to do about playing high school football? And if the big boys opt out, what does that do for teams here in Lenawee County? You know, to a certain extent, you have a few interlocking pieces because of non-conference play. And
well, Well, you got different teams playing in different divisions, too. Look at Adrian playing Madison. Little differential there. First game of the season, but
maybe.
But as far as maybe. But as far as the SEC is concerned, we haven't heard anything from them.
That's just it. I don't think you're going to hear from the leagues because they don't really have the power. It's all up to
individual schools.
Yeah, it's up to the school district whether they're going to play or not. I think the governor's made that clear that she wants the school districts to make the calls. So she really doesn't want to come in and make that decision unless we get to a point where things are not very good and she says we can't open schools in the state of Michigan. We have to delay opening of schools. And if that happens, we talked, JR's chimed in on this, former athletic director at Adrian, and he says, I really can't see anybody playing high school football if students are not in the building. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to float. We do enough floating here on especially football.
Yeah.
Where they're playing before schools open up. And they get
1 or 2 games before school even begins.
Right.
But now we can open before later.
Right. But now, if you don't have students there, that's it's just, if everyone's distance learning, then I think there's a lot of people saying that if everyone's distance learning, football has to distance learn too. And after they get done distance learning, they can come back in the spring. And
there you go.
But like we said, it's going to affect a number of players. And unfortunately, probably the best players on each teams and what their plans for college are. Because, you could see it right now. We don't know yet. We're still waiting on Siena Heights, and Sue Siljebeck is working hard on that along with other people in the Siena Heights administration. Adrian College is trying to get games. The MIAA has already said we're not playing any league games in the fall, but they're still trying to get games, And that's the other thing that happens. If some postpone to the spring and others play in the fall,
that's all screwed up.
Well, they'll be looking for teams to play because you're not going to play football in the fall, college or high school, and then turn around and play in the spring. No, that's not going to work. They're not going to let you do that. Not only they're not going to let you do that, not only because it's probably too many games over too long of a stretch, but it impacts your academic, because these athletes are juggling a lot during their playing seasons.
Absolutely.
Between practice and competition and academics. You can't spread that out.
Can't overload them.
So I think you almost have to say, look, we either got to play in the fall or we got to play in the spring, but we can't have some playing in the fall and some playing in the spring, or trying to get athletes to play both in the spring or in the fall and the spring.
Yeah.
That's not going to work.
No.
It's not going to work.
We got to take a break here. It's about 18 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock, and you're inside the cave, with John Kane and Pat Hayes. We'll be right back.
Let's talk sports. 96.5 The Cave.
You'll hit a home run every time with Hayes Insurance Agency.
Their team of independent agents will cover all the bases
and find you the right policy at the best price.
For your car, your home, your business, whatever you need.
Hayes Insurance, serving residents of Lenawee County and beyond for over a half-century.
Call 517-423-8316.
Call Hayes Insurance, get all the insurance you need.
Or visit HayesINS.com. In 1968, Tigers great Jim Northrup hit 2 grand slams in one game.
And ever since, the Hayes Insurance Agency has been hitting grand slams for all its customers in Lenawee County and beyond.
For your car, your home, your farm, your business, count on Hayes Insurance Agency.
On Occidental Highway between Adrian and Tecumseh.
Call 517-423-8316.
Call Hayes Insurance, get all the insurance you need.
Or visit hayesins.com.
As you feel the blades of grass tickle your bare feet, a subtle breeze stirs the green leaves overhead. There you are, sipping a cold drink, admiring the beauty and solitude of your own landscaped backyard. The realization has set in. Calling Sealers Landscape and Design was the best and easiest decision you've ever made. Their 3D design program brought your paradise to life. Now for the tough decision. Where to put the hammock. Call Sealers Landscape and Design at 442-4823 for a free estimate today.
Hi, I'm Jim.
And I'm Lisa.
As the new owners of Noggle Heating and Cooling, we assure you that we are still your local Lennox dealer.
Don't just guess if you're getting the best. We know you'll feel comfortable in your home with a Lennox. A Lennox will make the air cooler, warmer, drier, cleaner, and better, with innovative systems that are exceptionally quiet and energy efficient.
Our crew has the expertise and resources to serve you in the best possible way.
Call 423-3121. We're ready to serve you at Noggle Heating and Cooling.
I'm Stan the Man I Am, and I have to say it feels quite warm outside today. But summer thunderstorms are now the norm, and older roofs can spring leaks. Pesky roof leaks can creep and seep and make your walls and ceilings weep. Flat roofs are steep. The cats in the blue hats at Diversified Roofing can fix that straight away. Call 1-800-668-1928 today, and we'll make those leaks all go away. With Diversified's fair rates, rebates, and financing that's great, that's 1-800-668-1928. You won't get taken for a ride when you call Diversified. We're Master Elite certified and GAF roofing that's tried and true. We're state licensed and fully insured too. Your roof's installed professionally with honesty and pride when you call Diversified at 1-800-668-1928. Here's our website too for you. For Stan the Man and the cats in the blue hats, that's DiversifiedRoofingLLC.com. Again, that's DiversifiedRoofingLLC.com.
Get your vehicle in shape for the summer with a complete cleanup at Beecher Street Car Wash and Auto Detailing. They will clean your vehicle inside and out. They offer detailing services like interior shampoo, hand wax, and buffing. Their expert staff will make your car, SUV, or van sparkle. They even do boats, RVs, and semis. Gift certificates available. Beecher Street Car Wash and Auto Detailing is open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. Ask about their monthly membership and their annual memberships. They're located on West Beecher Street next to Barrett's.
Is your vehicle so dirty that little kids are writing wash me notes on it?
My hands are all dirty.
Is your wife ashamed to ride with you?
Let's take my car.
Is your vehicle so dirty that it looks like it's a different color?
I thought your car was white.
Then it's time to go to Sudsy Does a Car Wash. We know you want your car to look great, so try Sudsy Does a Car Wash in Tecumseh.
Sudsy Does a Car Wash, Gary's Quick Lube too.
This is Pam Campbell, Superintendent, Columbia Schools. Looking for a positive, innovative kindergarten program for your child? Columbia School District has caring teachers who will nurture and educate your child for a successful future. Please join us at Kindergarten Open House on Tuesday, August 11th from 5 to 7 p.m. Register your kindergarten students online and join us for the Kindergarten Open House. Columbia School District, from preschool and early fives through high school and adult education. Learning today, leading tomorrow. Visit us at myeagles.org.
Broadcasting live from the heart of Lenawee County, Michigan. Sports Talk Radio with a local angle on Inside the Cave. Weekdays from 7 to 9 a.m. on 96.5 FM. We give opinions and analysis on what's happening in the world of sports. Interview area coaches and players. And get you ready to start your day.
Sweet, man.
Grab a flashlight, hiking boots, and a compass because it's time to go Inside the Cave. Weekday mornings 7 to 9 on 96.5 The Cave and 965thecave.com.
We're back inside the cave here on a Tuesday morning. Pat Hayes along with John Kane. If you'd like to talk sports with us, give us a call on the studio line, 517-265-4000. Send us an email, sports@965thecave.com. We are on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We haven't heard from Twitter this morning.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
He's probably out there.
Yeah. You know, one last point I just want to make as far as high school football is concerned. You know, you need to just keep doing what you're doing because it's working. You know, wear the mask, not only because it's the law, but because it works. And, you know, when we talk about spreading out, I mean, there's only one way to catch COVID. That's from another person.
Spread out.
So if you're not, you know, with people, you're going to be...
Just do it.
You're going to be safe or safer anyway.
Yeah.
And so don't be changing up your routines. You know, just stick to what you've done that's keeping you safe. And maybe we can play some high school football. So, you know, stay in your safe zone. Everyone can actually have their own individual bubble. Whatever you've been doing and you're safe, just keep doing that and don't go outside your little individual bubble. I know it's difficult. I know, you know, not being able to see friends and do things and all this other stuff is hard. But if you want to play, and all you other people out there, you want them to be able to play, then just stay in your own little bubble. You know, we're not exactly bubbled.
We got a plastic bubble here.
Yeah, we're not exactly a bubble here. We got this big plexiglass shield that's in between us here in the cave. But that's what I'm saying. You know, stay in your routine, stay in your own little bubble, and because you won't get it if you're not out there seeing people that you perhaps haven't seen or come in contact with.
Well, yesterday I played in the Tecumseh Chamber golf outing, and they did a very good job. People were social distancing. Folks had their masks on when they came to check in, and it was a very well-run tournament. My hat's off to them. We had a great time. It was a little bit warm out there. It was up in the 90s there in the afternoon, but we all had fun.
Was that where you were at?
That's where I was.
No, up in the 90s?
Yeah. No, it was a scramble. We were one under, I think.
Oh, jeez, okay.
Yeah, otherwise, yes, I would have been in the upper 90s. Maybe even over 100 degrees.
Yeah, okay. Oh, baby, a triple.
Oh, man.
Oh, baby, a triple! Oh, yeah!
Yeah.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, I sure do. We
What
had
was
fun.
Yeah, what was your score today? Well, I had a Phoenix. What do you mean a Phoenix? Well, you know how hot it's there. I had a 120. So, well, that's good. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
I was thinking maybe they were going to get to the point where they'd have the tee off times. And
no, this was a scramble.
yeah, I know, but I'm just saying if they had the tee off times and you teed off, but only one person tees off. Get going, and then 5 minutes later, somebody else tees off.
No.
Well, golf is one of the ones that you can do a lot safer.
Absolutely.
But we're talking. Football is such a different animal. It's just a really, really different animal. I mean, let's face it. There's only one other sport I can think of right offhand where you get as close as you do in football.
Wrestling.
Yes, wrestling.
Yeah.
And, of course, they're doing some of that on the football field. But, so, yeah.
You can't get away from it.
No, it's just a different animal altogether. So, going forward, we're going to find out, obviously. I think we'll hear more on the college level today, see what the Big Ten and some of these other conferences are thinking about. But like I said, from everything I've heard so far, it looks like they're going to kick the can down the road a little longer before they all make a decision. And anyway,
we're going to find out probably within the next week or so.
Oh, yeah. I think by the end of the week, we should have a pretty good idea. So keep it tuned here to the Cave. We'll let you know.
Yep.
So, all right.
All right, where we go from here? It's 8:30. We got a half an hour.
We're back to the Tigers. We haven't talked to them in this hour.
Yeah, we haven't. Tigers doing very, very well. They are percentage points out of first place.
Yeah.
Half a game out.
Is this fun or what? And one of the reasons it's fun is because we haven't had any fun in a long time with the Tigers, number one. But two, it was still unexpected. Yeah, we thought, okay, but if the Tigers were 7-7 instead of 9-5, everyone would be saying, okay, yeah, come on. But yeah, 9-5. They got one of the best records in baseball.
Minnesota with 11-6. They are just percentage points, 5/100ths of a percentage point ahead of the Detroit Tigers. Yankees 10-6. They're leading.
So we got a better record than the Yankees.
The AL East, yeah. And let's see, Oakland 12-5.
Oakland's having a good year.
They're doing pretty well. So taking a look at the National League, the Miami Marlins 7-3. That's a surprising.
7-3. It's, you know why? Because they got a bunch of rest. They couldn't play early on in the season.
Well, the Tigers are getting rest too. They didn't.
Yeah, well, only
St. Louis.
think this. It wasn't the Tigers' fault. This was Miami's fault. They got a bunch of rest.
What about the NL Central? Big surprise. Chicago Cubs 10-3.
Cubs got the best record in baseball.
Yeah, and the
what's
Rockies,
St. Louis doing?
St. Louis 2-3.
Yeah. Why don't you guys play some games? You know.
And the Colorado Rockies 11-5. Not bad out in the NL West. So.
So the Tigers are right up there with the heavyweights, and it's just so much fun.
And we didn't bring you the scores either. We should probably do that. Baseball scores from
6-2.
Yeah.
4-1.
No, a 4. That's a partial.
Oh, yeah, partial.
Of course, we know the Tigers won 5-1 over the Chicago White Sox. It was Philadelphia over Atlanta 13-8. The Washington Nationals bombed the New York Mets 16-4. A tight one in Boston. Tampa Bay took one from the Red Sox 8-7. As we said, Minnesota beat Milwaukee 4-2. That was in Milwaukee. Arizona Diamondbacks 12, Colorado Rockies 8. It was the Seattle Mariners 10, the Texas Rangers 2. San Francisco lost to Houston 6-4. I think they had that brawl there the other day.
Yeah, they didn't have a brawl last night.
No.
Right? They had to take a day off.
Yeah. L.A. Angels over the Oakland Athletics 10-9. The Padres over the Dodgers 2-1. And the Pirates and Cardinals, of course, postponed. So those are your up-to-date scores in the major leagues.
Yeah, well, probably the Pirates aren't feeling too bad about the postponement. They might have needed a break. I think they're on a 4-game losing
Got
streak.
Swept there by the Tigers, of course. And 5-1 victory. The big story was Jacoby Jones hit an inside the park home run, and it's looking good for the Tigers.
Absolutely. They got great pitching from Fulmer and Norris.
Fourth straight victory.
And really whoever else.
Nico Goodrum homered. Had 4 hits for the Tigers last night. That's very good. And
that's one of the things from the offensive standpoint that's really carried the Tigers. They're hitting a lot more home runs so far this year than they did last year.
One troubling thing last night that happened, first baseman C.J. Cron went down. He took a sharp hit right to the knee, I think it was, and went down, and he didn't get back up. They had to help him up and took him off the field. Haven't heard much about that injury. I'm sure we'll find out more today on if he's going to be out any extended period of time.
Well, that's the other thing. The Tigers absolutely cannot afford.
Yeah.
Can't afford to get
those
guys.
day-to-day players. They
Yeah.
can't afford to have them out.
No, they need all hands on deck. So hopefully it's not serious, you know. But, you know, they can compensate a little. You know, Miggy can place him first.
Yeah.
You
well,
know.
they brought over Candelaria.
Right.
At played first.
But Miggy can place him first, too.
He can play third, too.
And, you know, that'll help, but need to keep that group together. They're developing, you know, really good team chemistry, and they have some things that they haven't had in a while.
Yeah,
a bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time since they've had a bullpen, and somebody that can close. So Jimenez, you know, he's got to get his setup man back. Farmer is dinged up and out of the lineup, but I think they're going to use, and I'm not sure, as I said, I don't know who they used last night, but Soto is one they're talking about using as the setup man for
he's got the
Jimenez.
velocity. Wow, 100 mile an hour.
Both he and Jimenez can really wing that pill.
Also last night on that same play where Crone got hurt, it was a great athletic play by Norris. When the ball was hit, it bounced off of Crone and it came right over to Norris. Norris had to pick the ball up, and there was nobody covering first, obviously. So he ran and caught the runner just as he was touching the bag, got him for the out.
Oh, cool.
It was a great play. And
that's the kind of play that you see in the Diamond League.
Exactly. We've had some tremendous plays.
Mm-hmm.
We've had some
almost unbelievable plays.
Almost home runs. All right.
So, yeah, the Tigers doing good. We like, you know, and it's just fun for everybody. That's the best thing.
Left-handed pitcher Tyler Alexander, 1-0, starts for Detroit tonight. He'll go against Gio Gonzalez. Alexander makes his first start of the season. He struck out the first 9 hitters he faced on August 2nd in a relief appearance against Cincinnati. That was tied a club record. Nine strikeouts.
Yeah, American League record.
And then he
was within 1 strike of tying the major league record set by Seaver, I think, in 1970.
Yes, exactly. And what did he do to that 10th batter? He hit him. And it was a questionable. They thought it looked like the ball hit the bat rather than the batter. But they said he got hit. So and then the next guy he struck out.
Oh no! Come on, that sounds like a Galarraga thing here.
The hitter that was hit, it was a 3-2 count.
That's like a Galarraga thing.
Yeah, I know.
Come on,
the Galarraga rule.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So he could have had the record.
Could have had tied the record.
Could have had 12 strikeouts maybe. Anyway.
Well, you get pumped up in those situations, you know.
It's nice to feel good about a Detroit sports team, isn't it?
Yeah.
We haven't had that.
Right.
And then, and then the Wings.
The Wings,
The Wings, they get screwed from getting a first-round pick.
Well, why would you ever give the Wings the first-round pick when you can give the first-round pick to the Rangers from New York?
New York.
The fix is in. There's no reason the Rangers, a playoff team, should get the first pick.
Is that a vote of the owners or something?
No, it's supposedly the lottery, you know. Yeah, they roll the balls and stuff, whatever. You know, the ones that are weighted with magnets in them. So that's what they're doing there. It's ridiculous. I mean, baseball is the only one that does it right. NBA and the NHL, their draft is just, you know, it's dumb. Give the worst team the number 1 pick, fine. Yeah, I know that sometimes you get some shenanigans going on late at the end of the regular seaon, when teams are out of it and they're actually they're saying, oh, they would never lose a game to get the first round pick. Okay, whatever. You got to deal with that. But, you just do it. Don't do this lottery crap. I think it's a bunch of baloney.
All right. Hey, it's about 20 minutes before the hour of 8 o'clock. We've got to take another break here on Inside the Cave. If you'd like to talk with us, give us a call here on the studio line, 517-265-4000. That's the number to call.
Lenaway's Sports Lineup. It's all here on 96.5 The Cave.
You'll hit a home run every time with Hayes Insurance Agency.
Their team of independent agents will cover all the bases
and find you the right policy at the best price.
For your car, your home, your business, whatever you need.
Hayes Insurance, serving residents of Lenawee County and beyond for over a half century.
Call 517-423-8316.
Call Hayes Insurance, get all the insurance you need.
Or visit HayesINS.com. In 1968, Tigers great Jim Northrup hit 2 grand slams in one game.
And ever since, the Hayes Insurance Agency has been hitting grand slams for all its customers in Lenawee County and beyond.
For your car, your home, your farm, your business, count on Hayes Insurance Agency.
On Occidental Highway between Adrian and Tecumseh.
Call 517-423-8316.
Call Hayes Insurance, get all the insurance you need.
Or visit HayesINS.com.
Even though school buildings are closed statewide for the remainder of the school year, the Lenawee Intermediate School District has been hard at work developing and implementing a continuity of learning plan for our students. This is a unique challenge, and LISD instructors and support staff have worked diligently to provide a variety of distance learning options that best suit the needs of each student. The LISD appreciates your patience and understanding as we learn together how best to serve Lenawee students during this unprecedented time. To view our learning plan and the latest COVID-19 updates, visit lisd.us/COVID19.
Concerned about what's in your food for your reptiles or fish? At Red Mill Pet Supplies, we research where our food comes from, so you don't have to. Our large, healthy adult crickets are always brought in from a good source and are stored in a clean environment. We also stock regular and giant-sized mealworms. For your small animals, fish, reptiles, and birds, all your pets need for a healthier, happier life can be found at 1111 West Chicago Boulevard, across from McDonald's in Tecumseh, and on Facebook at Red Mill Pet Supplies.
At the CPA firm of Donna Baker and Associates, they aren't just available at tax time. They're available all year long, providing expertise in a large range of individual and business services, including federal and state tax returns, startup planning, and consultation. Directing you through today's complex and ever-changing tax and accounting environments takes more than a once-a-year service. Donna Baker and Associates, partnering with clients to build a successful future. Find them in downtown Adrian, on Facebook, and online at donnabakercpa.com.
Hi, this is Dennis from Abbey Carpet and Floor, and it's easier than ever to tap into the convenience of smart home technology during the Hunter Douglas Smart Shade Savings Event that's going on now through September 7th. Enjoy valuable rebates starting at $150 on qualifying purchases of Hunter Douglas motorized shades like insulating duet honeycomb shades or dramatic pirouette window shades or the revolutionary Sonnet cellular roller shades, all equipped with the advanced wireless technology of PowerView motorization. Using this smart technology, the associated smart hub, and the mobile devices you use every day, you can easily program your motorized shades to move automatically to the scenes and schedules you set. Plus, PowerView integrates easily with some of the most popular home automation systems, intelligent shades, and smart savings. Connect with rebates now through September 7th. Limitations and restrictions apply, so ask us for details. Abbey Carpet and Floor, America's choice in floor fashion since 1958.
Broadcasting live from the heart of Lenawee County, Michigan. Sports Talk Radio with a local angle on Inside the Cave. Weekdays from 7 to 9 a.m. on 96.5 FM. We give opinions and analysis on what's happening in the world of sports. Interview area coaches and players and get you ready to start your day.
Sweet, man.
Grab a flashlight, hiking boots, and a compass because it's time to go Inside the Cave. Weekday mornings 7 to 9 on 96.5 The Cave and 965thecave.com.
And we're back for the last segment of Inside the Cave this morning. Pat Hayes along with John Kane, your host. Glad you could join us this morning. And we've been talking a lot of different sports, football, baseball. The Tigers are hot. And one thing we haven't talked about is professional basketball. We want to pass along the scores from last night. The Phoenix Suns, pretty hot. 128-101 winners over the Oklahoma Thunder.
You know, they're a bubble team.
Yes.
We're not talking NCAA basketball here. The Suns are definitely a bubble team.
That's right.
They love the bubble, you know.
In postseason play.
Well, yeah, they were 26-39 when they had to quit, and now in the bubble they're 6-0.
A new lease on life.
I guess. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe
something's going on.
Yeah, it's cooler.
Yeah.
Than playing in Phoenix.
No kidding.
Inside the bubble. So.
Dallas Mavericks over the Utah Jazz 122-114. Toronto Raptors over the Milwaukee Bucks 114-106. Miami Heat 114-92 over the Indiana Pacers. The Lakers over the Nuggets 124-21. So those are your scores from last night in the NBA.
Yeah, it says Phoenix now. They're just a game and a half away from a Western Conference playoff berth.
And if you're interested in the WNBA, we've got three scores. The Connecticut Suns over the Atlanta Dream, 93-82. Phoenix Mercury defeated the Dallas Wings, 91-79. And it was the Seattle Storm over the Chicago Sky, 89-71. And most of those games are on, I think, ESPN, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, just a little blurb on Cleveland Indians manager Terry Francona.
Yeah.
He's had some dealing with gastrointestinal stuff, so he's been gone for the last 8 games. But he's coming back tonight.
Yeah.
Just in time to catch the team with the best record in baseball as the Cubs come rolling in.
Hey, we'll have to watch that one.
I hope the Cubs don't give them an upset stomach.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk a little bit about the Diamond League. We are in our final week of the regular season in the virtual Diamond League action. Tonight, we got a big one, Tecumseh and Blissfield. Of course, the Royals over this year, and Tecumseh already clinched a playoff spot. But kind of surprising.
Oh, yeah. It just, yeah.
The only team who hasn't won a game in Diamond League play.
Right. It's just, you're going to get this stuff.
And, and Toby the Wonder Dog hasn't been able to do anything for him.
Well, we'll see about tonight. Toby, it's too bad Toby can't score some runs.
Yeah. He's fast enough.
Yeah. He, if somebody were to hit one far enough, he could get it inside the Parker.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
Easily. Yeah. But they just need, to get some runs. Hopefully they can score because they've been shut out in 5 of their 7 games. And see, amazing. That just tells you right there that we don't know what's going on in the Diamond League.
We don't. We have no idea how the games are going to turn out.
No. And the Royals, I suppose somebody had to be plagued by scoring runs and having a problem. It was bound to happen based on the law of averages.
Mm-hmm.
So just turned out that it was Blissfield, but hopefully they're going to get some runs and maybe get their first win. Of course, Tecumseh saying, we need that W, we don't want to. Yeah. And of course, at the end of after Saturday, the field will be set. We'll have 4.
Yeah, we will. 4 teams. We have 3 division leaders.
And we know of 2 of the 4
Yes.
right now.
Yes, we do.
I believe Tecumseh,
Clinton,
and Clinton.
Yeah, they've already clinched.
And so
the Hyatt division and the Beecher Street Car Wash division.
Yeah, the title and the Tri-County Trophy are still up for grabs.
Yeah.
In the Cave division.
Wow. Nice. Well, if any one of those teams.
Yeah, it's probably Morenci and Madison. It's going to come down to those two teams for a shot at the postseason and to win that Tri-County Trophy.
Both Morenci and Madison are 4-3. They lead that division. Sand Creek 3-5. Britton Deerfield 2-5.
And both play this week.
Yes.
So
not each other, but they play.
Right.
And I'll go down the lineup here. So the Tecumseh Blissfield game is on tonight, right after the huge show at 6 o'clock. And then on Wednesday night, we will have Lenawee Christian versus Britton Deerfield. Then Thursday night, a big one. It'll be Madison versus Clinton.
Okay, and
that's a must win for Madison.
I'll have both of those games from the Cave, Wednesday night and Thursday night's game.
Okay.
So
right.
I think I got you tonight, Pat, and Jeffrey tomorrow.
And then I got the Morenci Hudson game on Saturday.
That one's going to be huge.
That's going to be a huge one too. So both Madison and Morenci must wins if they want to make the postseason.
Right.
And could both of them possibly make it?
5-3. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe the wild card. We don't know yet. We don't know.
And of course, the following week of August the 17th, it will be playoff time here at Cave Stadium.
Right.
Beautiful stadium, isn't it?
Right.
We'll have the number 1 seed versus the number 4 seed. The second contest will pit seed 2 and seed 3. And then the semifinal will pit the loser of number 1 and 4 versus the loser of 2 and 3. And then it'll be the championship game on Saturday at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
That sound right to you?
I don't know. I didn't even know we were doing a double elim.
No, we're not.
Well, I thought you said the losers against
the losers.
Yeah.
And then the winners. Oh.
So that has to be a double elim. Yeah.
We'll
lay it all out for you.
We'll
Don't worry. We're going to lay it all out for you.
We don't know who the teams are yet.
Right. We don't even know.
Until after
Not until after Saturday.
The Morenci Hudson game.
Yeah. And there could be tiebreakers involved. And so don't worry. We'll let you know. Actually, we'll set the field on Monday inside the Cave.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So
Jeff and JR.
Yeah, they'll set the field. So everyone will know how it's going to go. That's cool.
That's right.
So
I just got John said losers versus losers is the consolation game.
Oh, okay. See, that wasn't a double elim.
No, I didn't think it was.
So
okay. We'll know the first, second, and third.
Who goes where?
Yep.
But the reality is that everyone in the Diamond League this year were winners.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, everyone was a winner this year because all of that, and and I think we're going to make it. And I have to say thank you so much to all the Cave people that went to the Cave and went to the concession stands.
Oh,
I think we're going to have enough balls to play the championship round.
There's no question about it. Our patrons were instrumental in keeping this thing going, and as you said, we had a tremendous number of foul balls.
Oh, geez, it was
a lot of people took those balls home.
I know, and And then, of course, we got to the point where we said, look, we're short on balls. Take it to the concession stand. You get a free bag of popcorn when you turn the baseball in. So that's cool.
And, we have to thank a lot of our broadcast friends here at the Cave for being so generous with their time and going out and throwing the Frisbee with Toby the Wonder Dog.
Right.
He, some really great stunts that he pulled on some of the guys here.
And for even being a platform.
Okay. I'll buy that one. And who knows? We may have more.
I know.
Virtual.
We don't know. We don't know.
Virtual football coming.
I don't know. We don't know. We're just, unfortunately, when it comes to high school football, it's like we forgot the flashlight. We're in the cave. We forgot the flashlight.
We got the boots.
We
got the compass.
Yeah.
But no light.
Because we're in the dark.
We're in that tunnel.
And fortunately, we have the boots because,
that's pretty deep.
Somebody's liable to be stepping in it before we get this thing with high school football figured out.
Well, I sure hope we figure that out soon.
Yeah, so it's a coming. It's a coming. So, just keep it here and keep your fingers crossed. Keep your fingers crossed. We could still do this, but it's got to be done the right way.
And also,
spread out.
Yes. That
spread
too.
out.
Yeah, spread out.
Right. So, anyway.
Hey, it's been great.
Yeah. We're going to get college football straightened out. We're going to get high school football straightened out. We're going to, and everyone's going to do it the right way. So that's what matters.
We want to do it the right way, that's for sure.
So keep it tuned here.
Yep, that's going to wrap things up for us this morning on Inside the Cave.
When are you going to be back?
I'll be back on Thursday.
I'll be back tomorrow.
With who?
I think it's Jeffrey.
Jeffrey and John tomorrow here on The Cave, 7 to 9 a.m., 96.5 FM. And don't forget that ball game tonight, Blissfield Tecumseh, 6 o'clock, right after the huge show. We'll see you again soon here inside The Cave.
Long Motor Sales in Tecumseh is asking for your help. Please do your part and wear a face mask while you're in public spaces. Do it for the kids, if not for yourself. We want our kids to be able to go back to school this fall. A friendly reminder that you can shop Long's current inventory online at longmotorsales.net.
New to the lot this week at Long Motor Sales is a gold 2012 Buick LaCrosse. This mid-size four-door sedan offers comfort and convenience, a hefty V6 engine, and only 112,000 miles. It's in great condition and priced just right at $10,795. Stop in and tell Eric you want to take this car for a ride today.
If your vehicle needs an oil change or a major overhaul or repair, take it to Long's Automotive Service. Nathan Long has over 15 years of experience as a certified technician, giving you dealership quality service at a low price. Long Motor Sales and Long Automotive Service in Tecumseh. Long, a name you know and trust.
Get up to 15% off MSRP cashback on select 2020 Chevys. You'll save 15% on Trax, 15% on Equinox, and 12% on the hottest new sport utility vehicle on the planet, the 2020 Blazer. Or maybe you should be driving the all-new 2021 Trailblazer. We've got them all. This is Charlie Ribatero from Suburban Chevrolet of Clinton. Chevy continues to be here for you. So let's look at all the possibilities to get you driving a new Chevy at Suburban Chevrolet of Clinton.
Is your asphalt driveway cracking? Does it need maintenance after years of wear and tear? This is Rocky from K&B Asphalt Paving and Seal Coating. We do seal coating, hot rubber crack filling, and unlike others, we also do our own striping, patching, and paving. We are your one-stop shop for all your driveway and parking lot needs. We have 25 years of expertise and are fully insured for commercial and residential work. Visit us online or call 264-2541 for more information. At K&B Asphalt, we pledge to keep our customers satisfied by providing expert service with quality materials at a competitive price.
We've been doing business in downtown Tecumseh since 1982. Hi, this is Ed Hall with Carpet on Wheels. That's 38 years as a family-owned local business. Of course, we couldn't have done it without the support of our clients, but there's something to be said about being around for so long. We carry newer selections of floor covering, window treatments, and area rugs. We professionally install everything we sell. Stop in, see for yourself. Get the quality you need and the service you deserve at Carpet on Wheels.
Broadcasting live from the heart of Lenawee County, Michigan. Sports Talk Radio with a local angle on Inside the Cave. Weekdays from 7 to 9 a.m. on 96.5 FM. We give opinions and analysis on what's happening in the world of sports. Interview area coaches and players and get you ready to start your day.
Sweet, man.
Grab a flashlight, hiking boots, and a compass because it's time to go Inside the Cave. Weekday mornings 7 to 9 on 96.5 The Cave and 965thecave.com.
The best in regional sports from Southeast Michigan. WLEN Adrian, HD2, W243AD, 96.5 The Cave.